have about Iran. Iran has its own culture and history. You visit here, never forget it. And we are a really friendly.
Hello guys, good morning, welcome back. My 4th day in Iran, and we are currently in the beautiful city of Yazd, and that's where my guide is from. Hey. Let's give it a nice clap. Before I tell you where I am, just a little bit of information, that I've been given and also read at some point. Yazd is actually one of the important cities, I would say, when it comes to like the history of Iran. Like, you have to know, because these people were doing amazing things back in the day. So first thing first, it's one of the, you say, sustainable cities in the country, or was considered, right? And it's known for wind catching. I'll explain that. And it's also underground water channels, right? So wind catching is actually my favorite thing that I've learned. Is the way, because it's a desert, right? People have to find a way to obviously it gets really hot, a way to get cool air into their houses and the places that they were spending their time. And by having these, maybe I will actually let him explain. What do you think? So that people have a better understanding. Maybe the sun is better. Yeah, because
it's about living in a place, and you have to adjust yourself to the climate that you're living in. So people have been living in the desert, which was like dry and very hot especially during the summertime. So they had to build like the wind catcher. So we can see a wind catcher here as well.
Right, that's a wind catcher right there.
And also, as here was like situated in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of desert, so they had to like bring water any way possible. So they had to dig the mountains and to bring water from the mountains. So we got like a system. We got like invented a system in Iran back to 2600 years ago, and we call it qanat or karis system. And this is like a very advanced at its own time. It's a very advanced underground water system that like let the people bring water from mountains or from like higher places. We got the aquifers over there, and just to bring water to the cities, and to have water in the cities, as we didn't have any rivers or streams or anything in the cities. So it means like sustainability.
How cool is that?
And to adapt yourself with what you got. Where you live.
Yeah. I really love that. So guys, obviously I've been to a lot of desert places, in Middle East, and these people were well advanced beyond their time, I must say. The fact that they were able to do that, 26,000 years ago, right? So right now we are in, it's called Dakhme,
or the Tower of Silence.
Yeah, the Tower of Silence. And I love the story behind this place. Is that obviously, I just want to give you a nice little view first, what I'm talking about. This is the area. There's a tower there and there's a tower there. And the importance of those places is that one of the religions of this time is called, I have a hard time pronouncing this, but Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism. Yeah. So basically they believe in one God. But the interesting thing that I've learned is how they took care of their dead, right? The deceased. This house, they were 2 men that were living here. What do you guys call it in Persian?
Nasa Salar.
And their job is to prepare the dead body and for its final destination, which is all the way at the top. I think we'll be climbing there. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Guys, I don't know why I'm always climbing somewhere, and the reason they took it up there, obviously few things, right? Many people were finding ways to get rid of the dead body. Obviously the stench, and they don't want to be near people, and it's open at the top, so they want vultures to come down. And obviously what vultures do, and it clears and cleanses the place, and by the time you get there, it's just bones left, right? So that was their way of taking care of their deceased. And there's another one here as well, but I don't think this one people climb. I think that's the one that they created some sort.
Actually, there's a shortcut up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go through a shortcut, but it's a little bit dangerous up there.
Yeah, I'm
that's
not.
the one most of the people.
I'm not
take.
trying to risk my life, Ali. Thank you. But we're gonna go up there right now. And anything you want to add to the religion of Zoroastrianism?
I mean, if I want to add
something that I missed, or
yeah, I mean that like at the time, at the current time, right?
Right.
Like there was they got a big population.
Right.
Of Zoroastrians living in India.
Right.
So they like moved to India back to like 1400 years ago at the time of Arab invasion.
Right.
But some of them still, I mean,
practice.
You know, I mean, they still, of course, they do still practice, and they have like they've stayed in Iran. They're living in Iran, like, and they got like maybe these days 20 to 30,000 people of Zoroastrians who are living in Iran, mostly in Tehran, Yazd, and Kerman, and they are still practicing.
I'm not surprised that they went to India, because India is a nation with many religions.
Absolutely.
Very, very open to accepting, I guess. So, what do you think these are like? These
are like the temporary
this thing that they're constructing.
Each village or each neighborhood of the city got its own
person,
or it's got its own khayle, we call it, got its own building. So they were like coming here, they were staying here, resting here, and at their own places.
So they could be coming from very far, so obviously you need a space to stay.
Absolutely.
And then until you take care of the deceased. That's interesting. So they remaking it, or they restoring it?
Like the roofs, actually. With like the...
Does it look like a mud?
It is mud plus some straw or sheaf.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Which makes it quite...
All right, guys. I think we are ready to climb. I did heavy climbing in Afghanistan. I did a lot of climbing because the amazing thing about travel is that you do activities that you don't normally wake up and say, I'm gonna go climb today, you know. So at least I have my water, so we'll take the time and inshallah see how that is. Oh my days. Ali, you ready?
Ready for what?
To climb? Ali's telling me he did this 200 times. Like, we cannot compete. I'm a beginner. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is she gonna fall? Is she gonna fall?
No.
Oh my goodness. She almost did. Why do you want to do that? Alright. Guys, it's not so bad actually. It's just that it's just a bit of a push, like, you know. That's the only thing, but other than that, it's doable. We're almost there. Thank God the weather is not too hot. So guys, as I'm climbing the burial section that I was gonna explain to you guys, I've met this lovely young student.
Hi. I'm Satayesh. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. And she's studying tourism.
Yeah.
And she's with her friends. Our question is, what do you want to say to people who want to visit Iran? Because you know, a lot of people have this different ideas. Even me, at first I was scared to come because the news tells different stories to us in America. So what do you want to say to anybody, American, non-American, who want to visit
to the
here?
world?
Yeah, to the world. Let's go.
I want to say just delete every idea you have about Iran, because they are just thoughts and ideas which are in social media, but that's really wrong, because Iran has its own culture and history, and you would really love to be here. When you visit here, you won't never forget it, and that's one of my thoughts and my ideas about future, because I want to invite people to come and visit Iran. Iran is really beautiful, like cities like Shiraz, Isfahan, Yazd, and
I'm going there, by the way.
Yes, you're going?
Yeah, I'm going.
Very good. And please come, and we are a really friendly people. We have respect for you, so we want to come here and visit here, and
Thank you so much. This was lovely. You know, even me, I have to delete that ideas and you know come here. And so far, I love Iran. Like I love the people. Every day I'm visiting new
thank
people.
you.
Yeah. So, do you recommend any special food that I should try?
Yeah. First food I love really much is korma sabzi. You must try it. Korma sabzi.
Korma sabzi.
Yeah.
Okay.
You say it really
What is
good.
that like?
Like vegetables, like beans, like meat. Yes.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna make sure my guide lets me try.
Yes. And the next one, I think you would really love it, is kebab with rice.
Okay.
Kebab, cello kebab.
Cello kebab.
Yes, yes.
Cello kebab.
With you could like meat with rice, and next to it like onion, special salad, and with korma sabzi you could eat salad shirazi.
Okay, thank you so much. Are you from Yazd?
Yes. No, actually I'm from Kerman, but I'm living Yazd.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you
Nice
so
to meet
much.
you.
Thank you. You've been
Have
amazing.
a nice day.
You
Thank
too.
you very
Thank you. Good luck with school. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And if you ever visit America,
Yeah.
tell people about
sure.
Iran.
For sure.
Yeah, okay.
And can I have your YouTube
Yes,
channel?
please. Yeah. This was actually lovely. I love meeting students all over the city, and I think maybe there's something going on where I'm always seeing students. Right. It's really.
It's not usual at this time of the year to see like students in all these
Right.
you know places. You know what?
Right. There's a lot of school field trips, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So
It's good at first, like they're seeing their own places, their own cities.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that. It's really cool. So what is the story in this place?
What do you think about it?
We made it to the top.
Almost.
Okay, almost. This looks like
Like a chamber, huh? Like a special room, huh?
Do you think this was open but they covered it?
No, it's been like reconstructed already.
Yeah, but it's been like this.
It's been like this. It's been
So
like
do you think
closed. It's been like a very special place. It's like the last checkpoint for the dead bodies.
so this is where the Solosars would stop before they
Yeah, before they get the body off there.
all the way up?
Yeah, they were putting the body here,
Okay.
and it was the last
The last
checkpoint.
step, right.
Last checkpoint.
Right.
And they were bringing the body here, lying down the body on the ground, and just we got a special dog.
Okay.
That this dog, like the dogs that they got right now, that they
Right.
rescue the people in the earthquakes or something like that. They were like trained to realize if the guy is really dead or not. So when they got the reaction of this dog here, okay, they knew that everything is over. The guy is like really dead.
Right.
And then they were taking the guy up there in the tower.
Wow.
So it was like the last
A
checkpoint.
final checkpoint for the deceased to make sure that he was really dead. Do you think that makes me think? Do you think someone could be lying to their family and then by the time they come to the last
Somebody
check,
was a corrupted guy,
Right.
you know,
And
they were
hiding.
bringing him here, and he
Right.
was still alive.
Right.
And, you know, he was like escaping the city, and the other guys couldn't like track him. You know, imagine.
but then the dog goes woof woof, like he's
This guy's
alive,
still
right?
alive, you know.
That's really interesting. Oh man. All right,
All right.
let's go to the final stop.
Final
spot
stop
for the burial.
Final destination. But not like the movie, you know.
Right.
You watched the movie?
I did. It's final destination.
That's really.
You
Crazy.
get hit by a bus as you walk in. I feel much fit than when I was in Afghanistan. Final.
Let's see.
Oh, there's more.
Of course. The
Goodness.
one party up there.
I thought they would be laying in here.
No, it's up there.
All right. Oh wow.
Yeah.
There's a hole.
It's been like a place to put a body light on the bodies
Right.
here.
Wow.
The first round, around the pit we got the infants and children.
Okay.
The second row around the pit we got like the women. And like the third row around the pit we got men. So only those two Nasasalars, those two like let's say undertakers,
right,
they're allowed to bring the body.
Right.
So that's why we got a wall here.
Okay.
So the others
cannot enter.
Yeah, cannot enter. They cannot see what's happening inside. So those vultures were like sitting around. They were
right.
like just ready. For
they
the
figured.
party.
They figured out this is the
this
place.
Is the party time.
Right.
And like they were coming here, and those guys just leave the bodies just on the ground.
Right.
And let the vultures do what they want.
Do what they do.
Yeah, do what they do. They just eat the bodies, and just after being eaten,
right,
only the bones were left.
Right.
And afterwards, they were like, those guys, Nasasalas, were coming, collecting the bones and throwing them in the pit in the middle.
Right.
The one that we call it Astadan.
Right.
Or Astadan, which means like place of bones.
So the bones would be dumped there.
Yeah, the bones were over there. They were like collecting the bones over there. And after a while, they were like collecting a good amount of bones.
Right.
And skeletons over there.
Right.
They were going to dissolve the bones with a special kind of a seed and lime and different kind of things. So nothing would be left. Nothing would be left from the dead person.
You said the dead body of children would be first.
Children and infants.
Right,
the
infants.
First row.
The first row. Okay, and then they were women, and then men last. So there could be few bodies laying here.
Oh yeah, of course.
My goodness.
And I mean, I heard this one that these like vultures, they were so much used to eat human flesh.
They're so big, probably.
They're so big, and they were attacking even those Nasasalars.
Really?
They were attacking
They thought they were
guys. So
right.
they got like a wooden sticks just to hit these.
Right.
Like
protect themselves.
Wild vultures, not to like.
You know, when I saw a vulture for the first time, seeing it on TV, they look pretty small. But when I saw how they look, they're really huge. You know,
really huge, yeah.
Big. Especially in Africa when I visited the safaris. My goodness. But again, that's how everything is in life. Everything has a job.
Oh, yeah.
Every living thing has a job, and their job. Yeah. So, wow, this is really interesting. I think this is so far my favorite thing that I've learned.
And they've been doing that because like they were like respecting the four main elements,
right?
Especially the environment. So that's why they were like bringing the bodies up here, and why it's like, I mean, surrounded big walls and high walls here.
Right.
So in order not to let the other wild animals, scavengers, to come here and to eat the bodies, because they don't only eat the bodies, they drag the bodies and they just spread the bodies all around the city.
Yes.
And they can easily spread the contagious diseases.
So this is a way to respect the deceased anyway. So let's see what this. So once they lay the corpse, they exit the tower. Once the corpse was being eaten by the vultures, the Nasalas would collect the bones and throw them into the Ostudan, a well in the middle of the tower. They poured some lime, sulfur, or some acidic liquid called tizab to decompose the bones to be taken away by rainwater. Wow. May God bless the deceased, and we show our respect to all the people who are resting in peace here.